Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Amateur Hour Sports for tonight's Toronto Raptors watch party. We keep it moving here. Another Raptors game. Coming thick and fast this week. Got a game on Sunday. We're going to have a game tonight. We have a couple more games in the week as well. I believe it is a back-to-back on Thursday, Friday. Yes, indeed, a back-to-back on Thursday, Friday. All three of these games against opponents the Raptors will likely be underdogs to. Depending on what sort of personnel the Portland Trailblazers throw out on Thursday, because after 4 losses in a row, they are pretty much out of the play-in tournament picture. So they might start to tank, and if they do start to tank, then we could run into some issues. We could run into some issues because they could make it easy. Anyways. How's everyone doing? Hope y'all are doing well. We got the Raptors in action tonight against the Chicago Bulls. Chicago should be in the driver's seat for this one. They are in the play-in spots, but they have been they've been really good lately, and they're locking themselves into the play-in spots, and they're jostling for positions in those play-in positions. So absolutely going to be a tough task for the Raptors today. I mean, finally. A game where the Raptors aren't favored amidst this stretch. We were used to seeing them winning, but they'll have a shot here. Barnes, from what I saw, quickly and Pirtle are going to be playing. So as a result, might be close, but I think Chicago will want to win. And if Chicago wants to win, the Raptors can probably get themselves to lose here. So anyways. Let's just hope for like another entertaining game at least. But hopefully they do come away and lose in the end. Anyways, let's look at the video here today. Change the title. That's why I'm kind of entranced right now with my screen at the moment here. But 7 games left in the season. Should be streaming for 5 of them. We'll miss the last 2 games of the season because I'll be away. But let's have some fun tonight. As always, pour myself a nice Negroni because I've had a long couple days. Every day is long. Every day takes forever. So, but today I was feeling it. I was just feeling it today. Had to have one. Did a member stream this morning, so hopefully if you're a member, you're able to go catch that one. If not, there's some good stuff in there, so hopefully you can go back and catch it. But yeah, let's have a fun day here today. How's everyone's week going so far? What you guys been up to? What do you got coming up this week? I've got some fun plans coming up this weekend, so I am excited to get to that. But yeah, what's going on with you guys? Can't wait to see season's over. I can't wait till the season's over as well. I'm gonna be honest, guys. It's been a long couple months with the Raptors here. The reality is the team sucks. The team is trying to lose. The team is winning. The guy I want to see play the best is Scotty Barnes. He hasn't been playing well. So there's just a lot of reasons to not be thrilled with things right now. Like, there's been a lot of good stuff in there too, but like the one guy I really want to see dominating is not the team is winning games I don't want them to win. Yeah, it's been tough. And I'm looking forward to the season ending. I don't really get it, but I don't know if it's just like I'm in a different state of my life where I'm just busier or what. I don't know what exactly it is that's got it to this point. But last season, I never really felt like this. Like I never really felt like it was an absolute grind to just another Raptors game type thing. You know what I mean? Like it felt like, we watched the games, they were bad, but I stuck through them all. I stuck through a bunch of them. I never really felt this much of a slog for this season. So I don't know what it is about this year. Maybe it's me, maybe it's the Raptors, maybe it's a little bit of both, but I don't know. Something ain't right about this season. Something ain't right at all. But we'll get through it. We'll forget about it. It'll all be over. And then we can hopefully rejoice with a really good draft pick and what may come of that. Hey, they finished 7th after the lottery. 7th pick. That ain't so bad, is it? Some good players there. Be nice to move up, but 7th, that wouldn't be so bad. It wouldn't. And I talked about it on the member stream earlier today, but I feel like they are doing a lot with this tank. I feel like they are trying to lose, but it's just a really bad time to have this sort of schedule. It would be interesting. Man, because it doesn't work that way. I was going to say, what if they had this schedule to start the season? Then they win some games. But also, these teams would have been trying harder, right? What if the Raptors were, in the playoff mix and had this schedule? They'd be a top 6 seed. If they were, in the play-in spots ahead of this run, they'd win, freaking every game. They'd be in the freaking top 6 or something right now. It's just cool to wonder what might have happened. But, we're in this position for a reason. The Raptors were not good enough, so here we are. We have a member joining us as well today, Sumaya, Ahmed, thank you so much for joining us. Saying thanks for the shout-out video. Yes, I haven't done enough of those at the end of the video, so happy to get the one out today. Shout-out to all the members in the community. Shout-out to everyone else as well. Big shout-outs to you for supporting the Amateur Hour Army. I really appreciate y'all making this season much more palatable. But it's still been tough. Anyways, video did not do well today. That's all right. Back at it on the next one. Triple fermentation. This is the first time for me as well where I'm just waiting for it to be over. I like the Tampa season kind of felt somewhat this way. Last season felt some of this way, but it didn't feel like this. It didn't feel as endless for the Raptors. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but it's just how I'm feeling. Anyways. Ryan C says Barnes ain't it. Winter one says Barnes was the named defensive. Darko was coach month. Wow, Darko was named coach month and Barnes was named defensive player month. That's pretty sick. I didn't even see that. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know that defensive player of the month was a thing until just now. But he's definitely vying to get into the all defense team. Barnes, defensive player. Barnes really make that? Is that a thing? Defensive player of the month. Barnes or Rakic nominated for awards for Raptors during hot stretch. Coach of the month. Oh, they got nominated. They were nominated. We have a super chat coming in here. Thank you so much to... Wow, that's a combination of letters I don't know how to pronounce. Mo, I guess? Mo? It'd be really funny if the Raptors made the playoffs. It wouldn't be that funny. It'd be pretty unfunny to me, but it'd be pretty crazy if they did. I don't think they will, though. I really don't think they will. They're too far back. We're running out of games to make that happen. Okay, so it looks like Scotty Barnes was nominated for Defensive Player of the Month. Yeah. He was one of 4 players nominated for Defensive Player of the Month. And Darko Rakovic was one of 5 coaches nominated for Coach of the Month in the conference. Okay. Interesting. Didn't even know there was nominations. Somebody just won it. I didn't even know Defensive Player of the Month existed. So, hey, anyways, it's cool for them. Raptors getting some recognition. Darko getting some recognition. Barnes getting some recognition for his defense. That's pretty cool. We'll take that. Mo. It's just Mo. All right. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. McLevin says, are you wearing red to support the Bulls tonight? I don't know. I'm just wearing my Raptors shirt today. I have no reason. Just felt like putting it on for the video today, and then I've just kept it on all day. Didn't know Coach of the Month existed. I did. Player of the Month is obviously the one that people like kind of care about. I know Coach of the Month exists. I did not know there was Defensive Player of the Month. We're starting to get into participation territory, I think, with some of these. But hey, at least some recognition there. Anyways, on the game today, Raptors come into this one as 4.5-point underdogs. 4 points in some places. 3.5 in one place, actually. 4.5 in one place. I kind of like Chicago's chances of covering. I think they're the better team. And I think they want to win, and the Raptors don't. So, yeah. I think the Raptors are going to lose this one by more than 4. I don't really want to bet it, but I don't think the Raptors are going to win this game. The Bulls have been playing some pretty good basketball lately, as I said. Kobe White has been sensational. Josh Giddey's been great, which I don't like saying, but it's facts. They beat the Kings. Sorry, we're a little too far back here. They lost to the Thunder. Lost a tight one to the Mavericks. Had that crazy win against the Lakers. Beat the Nuggets. Destroyed the injured Lakers. Beat down the Kings. Lost to the Suns. Beat the Jazz. Had a tight one with the Rockets. Beat the Nets. Beat the Pacers. Beat the Heat. Beat the Magic. Man, they have been winning games lately. Yeah, it's in Chicago as well. I know the Raptors got some players on the injury report and stuff, or not a lot of players in the injury report today. Am I about to bet? I don't usually condone betting pregame, but am I about to bet on the Raptors or on the Bulls? RJ Barrett out for this one. So Quickly is in, as is Pirtle, as is Barnes. Chicago have most of their guys. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think Chicago's just going to win this game by 7-8 points. They're the better team, yeah. The Raptors are going to try and lose in the end, I would think. Listen, I think Chicago's going to win. I definitely think Chicago's going to win. So I'll dabble. I bet on the Raptors last game. I'll dabble. Fuck it, let's put some action down. Bet responsibly. But I think Chicago's going to win by 4 at least. All right. Some action down in this game. Make it a little bit exciting. There we go. Bulls need to Raptors do, well, I wouldn't say do factor is something that matters to my handicap here. Not that betting pregame is usually the best course of action, although it is a better price than it was earlier this morning when it was 4.5. But I guess the Raptors have been rolling lately as well, but they've had a really easy schedule in doing so, which kind of sure, they've won 4 games in a row, but they beat Washington, Brooklyn, Charlotte, and Philly. So, how much does that really mean? Raptors still not eliminated from playoff contention. However, they would be in a couple of games if they were to lose here and lose the next one. So, yeah, they ain't making the playoffs here. Bulls still have stuff to play for, so this won't matter to them. They're going to be in the play-in tournament. They may as well try to get a home seed in the first round. So, Think both going to win. That's it. Brandon says, I'm going to be so sad if RJ gets traded, which is definitely happening. I wouldn't say definitely RJ, but I wouldn't say definitely Brandon, but or LA is traded. I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I'd be a little surprised if he got traded in the summer. Why the Raptors keep playing the starters when teams like the 76ers and Jazz, Hornets, other benching them stars? Well, a lot of those teams have actually players who are out injured. The Raptors, Barnes, they want to get to 65 games so he can make all defense. I don't think that's impossible. Pirtle and Quickly sit out a game, then play a game. You can't just sit them out completely without an injury. RJ does the same. RJ plays a game, then sits out a game. So there's not a lot they can do, more they can do with those guys. Barnes, yes, they could sit out some games. I suspect he'll sit out 2 of the last 7 games. He needs to play 5 more to get to the 65-game threshold. I think he actually does have a chance at an all-defense team. Nathan PT in chat. Welcome to the stream. What's going on? I poured a mean Negroni today. This is good. Sometimes I fuck up the mixer, which is crazy. It's just equal parts of everything, but equal parts sweet vermouth, Campari, and gin. And for some reason, this is hitting. Anything frigid with the ice. To my knowledge, there's no rule for minutes. So you're right, McLovin. They could, in theory, play these guys like 15 minutes. They don't have to play them 27, 28 minutes. Now, if they're playing, the guys probably want to get their numbers up to look good for their stats, which also makes sense a little bit. But hopefully, near the end of the season, the Raptors get a little bit more aggressive with their tank. But yeah, if they win today, I think some alarms start to go off on okay, the Spurs might actually catch us in the reverse standings. So let's fix up real quick. We're not going to make the play-in. We're too far back at the play-in. That's not happening. They're not going to let that happen. Absolutely not going to let that happen. They might get caught by the Spurs though. That is not impossible. Next month is the lottery. Yeah, I guess we're a month away from being in the month. The lottery is going to happen. If I'm not mistaken, the lottery is on May 12th. I'll just double check that here. God, I got a fucking busy fucking April. May 12th. Yes, May 12th is a lottery. I'll be streaming for that. Ain't no worry about that. I'll be streaming for that. That'll be a good one. Yeah, I got a busy April, man. I'm going to be in Pittsburgh. Then it's Easter weekend. I got a couple concerts as well in April. Yeah, it's going to be a busy month. It's going to be a fun month as well. Looking forward to it. If Dark gets nominated for Coach of the Month, that alone tells you we're not tanking hard enough. I mean, I suppose, but also, look at our schedule. We have an historically easy schedule. So they're going to win some games. They haven't been, in a way, fortunate with injuries. Obviously I'm joking, but other teams have had star players get injured and they're not playing at all. I'm sure the Raptors would lose some more of these games if they had that, but I'd rather them not get injured. It's just, I think they're doing enough. Anyways, we'll have some clips with some of that content, but I talked about that enough in the member stream this morning. Man, 7 a.m. streams. One more of those. Those are tough ones. I almost slept through this one. I thankfully, I had a 6:45 a.m. alarm. I had a 6:30 alarm, then a 6:45 alarm. The 6:45 alarm, I'm like, okay, I'll go on my phone for 10 minutes, then get ready to stream. But I'll snooze it just in case I doze off while on my phone, and that did happen. And then 6:54, I woke up and bolted in here to get the stream up and going here. Peter says, big game in the chat. Yeah, it is a big game. Oh, Burger King Strawberry Sprite. You guys see that? Oh, damn. Strawberry Sprite. I mean, you just put Fruitopia in your Sprite. The same thing, but That does look pretty good. They probably just do that. They probably just mix Fruitopia and Sprite, which is like a thing you can just do. Oh, actually, I guess it depends on the place. Some places they serve it to you, and I don't know if they mix it. But anyways, Fruitopia and Sprite. You should know already. But if you don't know, now you do know. Where when you go to a fast food place, they don't usually have diet Sprite, so I can't really get that. Also, Fruitopia is super sugary as well, so I don't get that. But, man, back when I didn't care about that. That was a tasty little combination. Imagine Wizards get #1 pick, Cooper Flag, withdraws. Nah, that never happens. Like, that ain't gonna happen. Every year people go, this guy might stay in college a year. This seems so bad, he might stay in college. Then he doesn't. He just joins the NBA. 7-Up or Sprite? Sprite. Of course. Of course. Make it extra cold. So it tastes like that McDonald's Sprite, which hits different. But Diet Sprite. It's got to be the Diet Sprite. Or is it Sprite Zero? I don't know. The Diet Sprite. No, it's Diet Sprite. If I could only choose one drink, it's got to be the Coke Zero. That's the #1. Well, aside from like beer and stuff, but. Or a nice little Negroni, if you please. Damn good Negroni here today. What's the difference between Sprite and 7-Up? One's made by Pepsi, one's made by Coke. I don't really know the difference. Why don't we Google it? Sprite versus 7-Up difference. While both Sprite and 7-Up are lemon-lime flavored sodas, the key difference lies in the ingredients and flavor profiles. 7-Up uses potassium citrate for a crisper, slightly salty finish, while Sprite uses sodium citrate and is perceived as sweeter and smoother. I think Sprite hits harder. I don't know if that's like kind of what it's saying here, but I think Sprite hits a little bit harder. More pronounced lemon lime. Yeah, I think that's a dry. Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. It's like a slightly salty, dry finish of 7-Up. And Sprite's got a more pronounced lemon lime flavor, sweeter and smoother. I don't know if it's smoother. I feel like 7-Up is smoother. But Sprite hits harder. So one is potassium citrate, one is sodium citrate. That's the difference. There you go. It's a great question, Brandon. Now I got the answer. Diet Coke. I think Diet Coke is not king. You know, Diet Coke is made to taste inferior to Coke. Because when people drink real Diet Coke, they couldn't believe it was not actually just Coca-Cola. For that reason, sales took a hit in the early stages because people just couldn't believe that was diet. They just didn't believe it. So they actually made Diet Coke taste worse than regular Coke. So people would believe it's 0 calories, right? But Coke Zero was then made to actually copy Coke's flavor and taste like almost exactly like Coke. So Coke Zero is better. Game started, and my goodness, off to a flyer. Jameson Battle knocks down the 3-ball. Get us started here. So Coke Zero is king. I mean, if they can make Coke Zero, they can make 0 calorie, something tastes 0 calories, tastes just like Coca-Cola. There's got to be some disease cures out there that they're just not telling us. Because, like, if we can make Coke Zero, we can probably cure cancer. I don't know why the scientists are dedicated to real Coke tastes 0 calories when, you know, we got all these medical issues going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? 5-3 Raptors after Jakob Poeltl floats it in there. After Vucevic, other side, by the way. Hit the 3 for the Bulls. I'm on Vucevic over points, so that's good. Oh, man, Rowlett, man. The new orange cream Coke they came out with, it's like orange vanilla or something. Oh, my God. I think that's the best. That is the best drink on the market. If you guys haven't had it, Coke came out with like an orange flavored Coke Zero, orange vanilla flavored Coke Zero. It tastes exactly like a creamsicle, like the popsicle. It is so good. I think that is the best soft drink I've ever had that came out. Also, they came out with like a blackberry ginger ale, which is really good too. Nice little mix up. But that orange Coke Zero is so good. You guys got to get your hands on that thing. Another 3 drops for the Raptors. Jacoby Walter here. Off to Flower. Yeah. That's a great shout out, Rowlett. For real. For real. Quickly for 3. Bang. My God. Another 3 for the Raptors. What are we doing? 11-5 Raptors. Holy shit. You like the diet recipe more. I mean, I just disagree. It's no longer, can I get a Coke? Is Pepsi okay? It's, can I get a Coke Zero? Is Diet Coke okay? Fine. Bars never have Coke Zero. I go, can I get a rum and Coke Zero? Is Diet Coke okay? Okay. Kobe White out to Herter. Now Giddey. Now Buzelis. Buzel's playing really well lately as well. Loses it there, though. Raptors, by the way, started Barnes, Quickly, Pirtle, Walter, and Battle. Barnes in the corner for 3. No way, right? Oh, even Scotty Barnes? Holy, 4 threes in the first 3 minutes for the Raptors. They lead 14-7. Or it's not from China. It's from Canada. Yeah. This is it. Zero sugar, vanilla. Oh, it is. Is it orange cream? Yeah, it is. Sorry, it is orange cream. Orange cream. You get the regular Coke. You guys will get this zero cal one. But, yeah. This is a banger. There's a convenience store by my gym that has it. This is a banger. Confirmed. I got to try this thing with, like, rum, though. Because I got to see if it hits there as well. But if you see that in the store, give it a try. I think you'll like it. Coke Black, coffee and Coke. I don't remember that. I do remember when I was in university, they had like the Coke energy drink. I guess those didn't sell well because I don't see them around anymore. Yeah, out of stock. Coke Energy is being discontinued in North America. Yeah, these were up when I was in university. I thought they were pretty good, to be honest. Why did they take them away? It was a pretty brief stint. It hit shelves 2020, a few months before the coronavirus began spreading across the region. The pandemic altered the beverage giant's strategy and statement because it was focusing on drinks so well. Oh, okay. So it just wasn't selling super well, and it was COVID, so they were making cuts and stuff. Okay. Fair enough. I thought it was pretty good, but I guess they're just gonna stick to their their bread and butter. Stick to the meat and potatoes of the business. Looks like a Halloween drink. I mean, it was good. I can in university sometimes you need an energy drink to keep studying late into the night or early into the morning, and Coke energy drink might be the thing that does that for you. Door shot. I will do a door shot in a little bit. Wait till commercial break. A lot on the line with these door shots. It is now a very firm possibility that I will not make one on the new net before the season's over. I got 5 more shots, including today, to make one on this net. It is. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna make one, but I really want to. So we'll save it for another gap here. Raptors get a steal out of the timeout. Back on the court here. Barnes, other side. Muscles off Kevin Herter. And then hits in mid-range. Raptors up 16-7. They are out the gates in a hurry. 11-2 run for the Raptors. They've hit 4 threes to start this game. They have a couple mid-range buckets as well. Here's Vucevic off the feed by Giddey. And chips into the lead, chips away at the lead a little bit. 16-9 for the Raptors here. I'm just not wearing headphones. I feel like my head's all over the place. Relax a little. Jacoby Walter for 3. Man, another one for the Raptors. Jacoby Walter makes it a 10-point game. 5 threes for the Raptors inside 4 minutes here. They're 5 of 5 from 3. Vucevic, he's 2 of 2 from 3. He's got 8 points. I've got over 15.5, so that's a good start for Nicola. 19-12. Barnes. Mid-range. Doesn't get the roll. Pirtle tips it in, though. Have the Raptors missed a shot yet? Let's just double-check that. Giddey. Down low to Vooch. Layup is good, and he's got 10. The Raptors, yes, Barnes missed, and so is Pirtle. Pirtle and Barnes have missed today. Oh, yeah, Barnes just missed because Pirtle tipped it in. Pirtle also has a miss. Barnes for 3, and that doesn't go. Nothing missed there. 21-14 Raptors, up by 7. With 7 to go in the first. 7:07, actually, when I said it. Giddey going past the screen, getting inside. Good defense by Walter. Forced to kick it out to Vucevic. Now Huerter. 8 on the shot clock. Kevin Huerter to Vucevic. In the corner, Giddey. Up top, Kobe White. Great ball movement. Wow. Yeah, that deserved a 3 at the end. Kobe White knocks it down after some incredible ball movement by the Chicago Bulls to free up that opportunity. Other way, quickly's fouled by White. And it'll be a Raptors side out, up by 4. Yummy. Ooh. That's off the map. Well, Orlando Robinson in the game for the Raptors. There's Brandon Ingram sideline. He looks like he's from Toronto, you know? He belongs. Shed is in the game. Robinson is in the game. Mobo is in the game. They've taken out Barnes, Pirtle, and Quickly. So Raptors turn over. Huerter goes the other way and scores easily. So yeah, you want to talk about slowing this team down, tanking? Look what just happened there. Raptors off to a great start. Barnes, Quickly, and Pirtle come out at the same time for Robinson, Shed, and Mobo. They know what they're doing here today, guys. God OT Blendno 107 says, even when we rest players, we're still beating the Bulls. Crazy. Well, very early still. Barrios dealing tonight. Good to see. He had a really rough opening day start as Huerter knocked down the 3. The Bulls have their first lead of the game. And timeout Darko. I mean, why call it timeout? Like, you subbed in the bench guys so you'd start playing worse. They go on a run, but, like, you kind of wanted them to go on a run, didn't you? I don't know. But good for Barrios. Jay's 3-2 in the season so far. If they can come through tonight, 4-2. Good start to the season. Got the split with the Orioles. That's nice. You do want to beat up on the I was gonna say the Wizards. The Nationals. They're up 3-0 right now. I haven't really been following today's game. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff, Jose Barrios. Right, guys, if you're enjoying the stream so far, please do hit that like button. Support the channel. If you're new, make sure you're subscribed as well for videos and streams all about the Raptors. I'll be, won't be, I don't think any content tomorrow. I'm going to be a little bit busy with work. Thursday, I'll have a video coming out. And if I feel like it, we'll do a Friday video. But I don't know, man. I really don't. Maybe I'll do a Friday video. Well, why not? We'll see. Streams will be coming out Thursday and Friday. I'll be live for the Raptors games. I was live this morning as well for members. I was live on Sunday for the Raptors games. It's been a busy week. I'm grinding out here. I'm grinding. Putting in the work. How was dinner, Winter One says. It was good. I got these tortillas from Costco. like this brand called Be Free, and there's like hardly any carbs in them. It's like these protein-filled keto wraps. Actually, there must be no carbs in them. They're keto, right? Anyways, now I can have 2 tortillas. They're not very big, and they're pretty. They rip pretty easily, but sorry, they have 17 grams of carbs in 2. 22 grams of protein, though. Anyways, it allows me to have 2 tortillas at dinner. Now, they might be smaller, but they allow me to have 2, which makes me feel like I'm eating more. And I made some nice chicken shawarma for dinner. Marinated some chicken shawarma all day in some Greek yogurt and my shawarma seasoning that I made from scratch. I didn't buy shawarma seasoning. I made the shawarma seasoning with some some red onions, and it was good. It was good. Made a garlic sauce out of mayo, Greek yogurt, garlic, and shawarma seasoning, and sriracha. Not authentic. That was good. It was good. Good dinner. Man, I went to Shelby's the other day. So clutch. I was at a bar in like an area I'm not usually in there. Wow. As I was walking to the bar, I'd been out all day because I was at the TFC game. Wow, another turnover by the Raptors. That's a poor one from Mobo. Heard her other way again. Easy layup. On the weekend, I was at a bar in an area I'm not usually in, and I was like, I had a few Diet Cokes, let's say. The clutch, how clutch that Shelby's became when I left the bar. I knew what I was doing. I walked straight to Shelby's. Got a big shawarma. It was so good. Shelby's slaps if you haven't had it. It's no Laziz. Shelby's slaps, though. Absolutely slaps. Good ingredients. Really good flavor on the shawarma. Big fan. 12-0 run for the Bulls right now, by the way, as Giddey throws it out of bounds. Bulls were down 21-12. They're now up 24-21. 21-12, yeah, 24-21 now. Dinner was good, to answer your question. Try Shelby's if you haven't. I always get the wraps there. My fiance got the bowl, which was pretty good. But the wrap's good. Robinson out to shed. Cole Swire in the game, by the way, for the Raptors. So is AJ Lawson. Another turnover for the Raptors. Yikes. Quite a few turnovers in a row here by Toronto's offense. Giddey goes to Herter. Wants some space for himself. Goes to Vucevic. Defended by Swider. Back him down, Vooch. Back him down. Double comes. Kicks out to Herter. Extra pass to Giddey. Another pass to Williams. Another pass to Taylor Horton-Tucker. Who, he didn't make it. Don't worry about it. Another good piece of ball movement overall by the Memphis Grizzlies there, though. AJ Lawson looking to make something happen. Gets to the rim and finishes it back to a 1-point game. Nate D says, I heard the Grizzlies might be trading Ja in the offseason. You heard correctly. It made me think of a potential trade package for Ja Morant from the Raptors. It would be Quickly, Grady, Shed, and or Walter, 2 picks. It's tempting. Yeah, I could be persuaded, I think. As Lawson knocks down a 3, Raptors' 3-point parade continues. The one gripe I have with going for a guy like Ja Morant is like you're really lacking shooting. Like you're already lacking shooting, and now you bring in a guy who also isn't a great 3-point shooter. I feel like if you go all out for like a point guard, you really need one that can shoot well. And Ja Morant just isn't quite that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if any trade happens, the guy coming in needs to be able to shoot, like, on a higher volume. Ja Morant can shoot, but he's not a shooter. Like, he's not a huge threat from 3. Yeah, Trae Young is interesting to me. LaMelo Ball is interesting to me. I know you sacrifice a lot of defense when you do that, but you bring in so much firepower on offense. I haven't done the door shot yet. I gotta do that still. I'll wait to the end of the first probably. Yeah, I'd definitely rather have LaMelo Ball and Trae Young over Ja Morant. Ja's had a bit of a down year too. And also he might like wave a gun around and get suspended again, which is a concern. AJ Lawson in the corner for 3. This one doesn't go. Rebound to the Bulls. 26 all in this game. Kobe White Going in the corner to... Don't know who that is. Anyways, ends up in the hand of Taylor Horton-Tucker, who does make the tough three. Oh, that was Zach Collins. But Horton-Tucker makes the tough three. Remember when the Lakers wouldn't trade Taylor Horton-Tucker for Kyle Lowry? Remember when we wouldn't trade Kyle Lowry for Tyrese Maxey? What a weird year that was. Mobo to Robinson for three. Yo, this guy can kind of shoot. He's making like one a game, it seems. I wouldn't draft Ace Bailey if we get the third pick in this draft. I think you still do, but a case can be made to go elsewhere. Just that type of player is just like, okay, another one. Like, you really not one of those? Robinson for three again. Yo, man, everyone's hitting fucking threes today. Robinson's got 2 in a row now. Raptors lead 32-29. Orlando Robinson back-to-back threes. Raptors are 8 of 11 from three and are only up by 3. I mean, granted, the Bulls are 5 of 7 from three. Patrick Williams, leave it to him to miss. Brick. That guy sucks. I've been telling y'all for years he sucks, but people want to convince me he's good. He sucks. Mobo with the left doesn't go. Zach Collins on the rebound goes out to P. Will, former 4th overall pick. He almost has it turned over there, excuse me. Another graduate, I believe he was Florida State, as was Scotty Barnes. And I believe he was, I don't believe, but Patrick Williams never started a game in college, if you'd believe it. Went 4th overall. Barnes was also a 6th man out of Florida. So, you know. Seminoles, baby. Bucket there by the Bulls makes it a 1-point game. Now Shed to Rock. Oh, Orlando. Shoot it again, bro. Gets inside this time. Missed the layup. Man, shoot. You're 2 of 2 from 3. Get the ball in your hands and fire away. No? Collins on the other side. The Bulls take the lead 33-32. I feel way better without headphones in today. Just scrambled up my head listening to these guys the whole time. I'd rather hear myself talk, which I do in my headphones as well, but this is better. Shed, bad pass, stolen away. Shed struggled in the early stages of this game. Kobe White lobbed up to Herter, or to Buzell, excuse me. I know he's in the dunk contest, but that's a little much there, Kobe. Free ball there by Swider off the mark. Don't say that a whole lot. 33-32. 40 seconds to go in the first. Shot clock, game clock separated by about 31 seconds, if you care. Zach Collins, corner three is good. Man, a 3-point parade in this game for both teams. Shot clock, game clock now separated by 8 seconds, which means is more significant. So shot clock's under 24 seconds. Game clock's under 24 seconds. Shot clock's now at 6 as Shed fires the 3. Front room in the hands of Collins. Bulls have 12 seconds of the game clock to make this work. Shot clock is off for Horton-Tucker. THT in the corner to Buzelis. Pump fake over Mobo. Sidestep 3 is good at the buzzer. Another 3 drops to end off the quarter. And despite the Raptors shooting the lights out from 3, they're down after the first by 7. How much more can they do? They're 8 of 13 from 3. 4 of 10 on 2s. And they're down by 7. The Bulls, to their credit, are shooting 68% in the early stages of this game. They are 70% from 3, 7 of 10, compared to the 8 of 13 by the Raptors. The lowly 62% shooting from 3 for Toronto. Possession battle has been pretty even. 4 turnovers to 3. Offensive rebounds, 1-0. So a little bit of extra stuff generated there by the Raptors, but the Bulls have just been ultra efficient in the early stages, as have the Raptors. But the Bulls have done enough to earn this 39-32 lead. That's it for the first. Lots of game to go still. Thing went to shit for the Raptors. They're up 21-12, and went to shit when, naturally, when they took off Barnes, Pirtle, and Quickly at the same time. It is a pretty high-scoring game. I don't think teams will sustain this level of shooting. If they did, the game would end 156 to 128. That's not right. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. 150 to 128 would be the final score. It's a lot. A lot of points right now. Yeah, very, very deliberate tank by the Raptors there. They're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. And we support it. Yeah, can't be winning this game. Seriously. The Spurs are like catching up. We can't be winning this game. First play of the game, just quick pass to 3 for Battle. That's nice. I want to see Pirtle take another 3. He only ran that the one time, and he made it. Let's see this guy take another one, unless I missed it. Has Pirtle taken another 3 since then? I guess I can just easily look it up. Who thought the Bulls would start developing a young core out of nowhere? Well, listen, I'm not sold on this Bulls core regardless. I don't think they're going anywhere next year either. What would I do without Google? I'd be less smart and probably would have failed university. Yeah, Pirtle's only taken 1 3 this season. It was the one he made. Sorry, he's taken 2 because he had a full court heave against the Cavaliers on November 24th. Are going to be 2 steals in draft. We'll see. I have not dug into the draft as much yet. Kobe White, sidestep 3. This one doesn't go. Are we going to calm down a little bit in scoring here? 41-32 for the Bulls. Quickly to Swider. Nah, he's making this. He made it for sure. Did he make it? Of course, he made it. He made it. Cole Swider wide open is probably going to make that shot. Taylor Horton-Tucker for 3. Wow, that wasn't close. That was not close. I get a lot of questions in the chat that would just be solved by Google. Like, oh, what are our chances of getting the first pick? Just Google it. What free agents are available this summer? Just Google it. You know? Barnes to Pirtle under the rim, loses the handle, and then it bounces out to THT. Bulls by 6, 41-35. Williams to Buzelis. Swiping under Pirtle, getting to the rim, kicking out to White, extra pass to Williams. He ain't making that. Yeah, front rim. No, sir. Then he fucking jumps over his own teammate. Cole Swider's open for 3 now and misses the 3. Pat Williams stinks, man. You guys see that? He fucking jumped over Horton-Tucker and fell. Almost cost his team some points, but instead Kobe White scores the other end. I'm just on the watch for Malawash. If Philly steals him for us, I'm going to crash out. Well, Philly shouldn't steal. Philly've got Embiid. They've got Bona. I don't know how much they like him, but they've got him. I don't know if Drummond's on for another year, but I don't think they're gonna go for a center. Pascal Siakam, one of the most underappreciated, or is the most underappreciated player in the NBA. No one talks to him. Yeah, he's probably gonna make All NBA for the 3rd time in his career this year. He was an All-Star for the 3rd time in his career this year as well. That Canadian Joel Embiid ain't going anywhere. Whether they want to or not, he's not going anywhere. Pirtle doesn't go there. Malawash is not come in as an established center out the gate. Like the Sixers are gonna want to make the playoffs. Malawash, I think it's a great spot for him in Toronto because he's off the bench for Pirtle. Great guy to learn from. Great guy to play behind. Great fit in Toronto. Cole Swider misses another 3 there. He 1 of 4. He 1 of 4. This is what you do, bro. 1 of 4. 9 minutes to go in the second quarter here. White to Buzelis. Puts it in at the rim. And the Bulls lead by 10. What do I think Desmond Bane would look like on this team? Cursed name. The Raptors in 2020 drafted Malachi Flynn with the 29th overall pick. One pick later, the Boston Celtics drafted Desmond Bane with the 30th overall pick. So then, like 3 picks later, Boston drafted Peyton Pritchard. Anyways. God, I would have loved Peyton Pritchard on the Raptors. Anyways. No, Peyton Pritchard, I lied. Peyton Pritchard went before. Peyton Pritchard was like 26. We couldn't have had him. We could have had Desmond Bane. Anyways, Desmond Bane would be really nice on the Raptors. And he's got a good relationship with Darko Rajakovic. I don't think that's going to happen, but just saying, Just saying. Timeout's been called here. It's a 10-point game currently. Raptors started up 21-12, took out their star guys, and now they're losing, which is fine. Just pointing out they were winning, but they don't want to win this game. They don't. Neither do I. Neither do you. Desmond Bane's a good player. In the end, the Raptors look at athletics and they look at measurements, and Desmond Bane, maybe his measurements were part of the reason they didn't draft him. He's got shorter arms. T-Rex arms, some have said. Not me. That would have been a nice pick. But also, a year later, we got Barnes. So, it also kind of worked out there. So, Lord giveth, Lord taketh. And he gave us Scotty Barnes, who is very good, as we know. But that doesn't even mean people don't like him either. How good would you have to be to not get? Who would be on the Raptors where people wouldn't hate on them? Because if they have Jokic with here, people just call him fat and bad on defense. If Giannis was here, people would say why can he not shoot threes? If Doncic was here, they'd be like, why can he not play defense? Is there a player in the NBA that, if they play the Raptors, would just not get hate? Who would be just unequivocally appreciated by the Raptors? I guess I didn't really see a lot of Kawhi hate the year he was here. Shea? Oh, man. Why can he not shoot threes? Maybe. Shea's probably the most foolproof from criticism from Raptors fans. Because also they want to like him because he's Canadian. I don't know. If Doncic's in the Raptors, I'm going to every game. Well, so would a lot of people. It'd be expensive. I'm just saying, people would find a way to hate on him. When the draft videos after lottery? Oh. I'll probably do a couple pre-lottery. Last year I did a few pre-lottery. Basically, I'll give you my secret. If I do some pre-lottery ones, I can cover the guys that are 1, 2, and 3. Because then when the Raptors likely don't get a top 3 pick, I already did those videos and they had relevance to the time, but I cannot do that after the lottery. So I'll probably do a few pre-lottery. I'd say leading up to the lottery in late April, early May, I'll have some draft videos coming out. But then, yeah, once the lottery happens, we'll be really digging into some of the prospects and doing videos like that, which is always a joy for me to do on the channel. Quickly knocks down the 3. Raptors kind of claw one back there. Williams to the rim for the Bulls. Man, this guy sucks. He actually sucks, right? He's terrible. Quickly to Pirtle, who puts it in with the floater. And the Raptors in business. Now down by 6. What do you know? The Stars come back in, and all of a sudden, they go on a little bit of a run. Patrick Williams for 3. Okay, well, he still sucks, okay? He still does suck. I haven't done my door shot yet. That reminds me. So I will do that shortly. I keep saying next commercial break, then forgetting. Quickly responds with a 3 of his own here for the Raptors. And it's 48-42. Buzelis under the rim. Misses the layup. Rebound to Battle. Raptors have their starters in the game with Quickly, Barnes, Pirtle, Battle, Walter. Barnes, contested three. Doesn't go. I feel like that's one he doesn't need to shoot. You know, the contested ones. He'll get open ones. Giddey, sliding past Battle and slithering his way to the rim. And finishing. Here's Jacob Walter now for the Raptors. Going past the Pirtle screen. Dumping off to Quick, who gets in the paint. Kicks out to Barnes. Hand off to Walter. Is he going to shoot? Nope. On the floor. Step back from the Bulls logo. Doesn't go. And the Bulls looking to extend this 8-point lead. Moving the other side of the floor. Giddey to Herter. Back to Giddey. In a mismatch with Pirtle. Gets through him, but he's swiped on his way there by Quickly and draws the foul. Does Quickly check out right there? How many fouls does Quickly have? Quickly, that's one. Did Quickly just sub out? That's weird. He did sub out. I'm not really sure. It's strange. I mean, I guess you could say tank, but like it's weird for them to do that still. Giddey averaging 29.5 and 9 in March. That's or averaged past tense. That's pretty crazy. But misses his second free throw. He's upset about it too. Could not believe he missed. 51-42. Shed. Defended here by, I don't know who that is. Mobo to Walter in the corner. Aaron pass. It's out of bounds. Raptors want the ball, but the refs do not see any touch. I didn't really see one, but I'm not on the floor like the players are. That is that is, Jameer Young. I don't know what Jameer Young is. Is it just me, or do we seem to be producing quite a few more big men now than in years prior? Well, in years prior, we didn't have any big men to produce. And the one we did, we let walk, and now he plays for the Lakers. But we traded for Pirtle. We drafted Mobo, I guess. Orlando Robinson is better than Malik Williams last year. I don't know. I guess we're producing more, but we didn't have any for a while because we just played like the fully switchable defense. Giddey getting to the rim again, or didn't even get to the rim, just shot over the defender there. 53-42 for the Bulls. Bulls shooting 57%, Raptors shooting 44%, and the Bulls are good for this 11-point lead. Battle. Just inside the three-point line. Passes off to Lawson, who goes to Walter. Can't get past Herter, but he finds Shed. Wow, great pass by Walter. Excellent pass from Jamal Shed. Knocks it down from the corner. Sometimes I want to see like the opposite of that, but Walter, wow. Great pass across the baseline, right in the shooting pocket for Jamal Shed to knock down that corner three. Oh, Canada in general. Well, Olivier Ryu has been, or Oliver Ryu, whatever it is. Ryu has been making headlines for like years and years and years of how big he is. Zach Edey kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, it is nice to have some proper size coming out of Canada because we missed that at the last two national tournaments. We still got bronze in the World Cup, beating the U.S. in the bronze medal game. And unfortunately lost to quarters at the Olympics, but had a chance to get into the medal positions. But it would have been a difference if we had Zach Edey in the mix, and hopefully he'll be in the mix for the next tournament, whatever it is. 4:26 to go in the second. AJ Lawson in the line for the Raptors. Makes it a 10-point game. 56-46. Giddey over half court. Defended by Walter. Trying to get himself to the rim, but he's fouled on the way. All I hope with the draft is that we don't draft a shooting guard. Why not? Good position to have. Good wings are versatile, can play a number of roles. I mean, I don't know. We don't really need any position. If we do need a position, it is shooting guard. Like, we've got a clear starting point guard quickly, clear starting forwards in Barnes and Ingram, clear starting center. Like, for now, RJ Barrett's the starting shooting guard, but like, I know we have Walter and Grady Dick, but like, you can upgrade on one of those guys. Like, good enough to start. I don't know. Jeremy Goyer. I don't know what that is. Anyways, Bulls the other side. Go 1 of 2 from the line. They're 6 of 8 from the line today. Raptors, those are their first free throws for the Raptors when A.J. Lawson made the trip there. So it's been a lot of jump shooting for the Raptors, but not a lot on the inside today. That's what that statistic will showcase. And thus, the field goal percentage has dropped quite a bit, despite the fact they're shooting so well from three. Jamal Shed getting to the rim and drawing the fouls. Raptors head back to the line. Second trip to the line of the night for Toronto. We're down by 11. Really good Negroni today. Really good. I guess I'm doing a door shot at halftime, y'all, because I am taking my time here. If you guys are enjoying the stream so far, please hit that like button. Support the channel. Support the content. If you're new, consider subscribing. Also, support the channel by getting yourself some merch. Shirts, hats, stickers, all that great stuff. Get yourself some merch. Support the channel. And get some cool stuff in return, please. 7-4 at 14. What are we feeding our kids now? Why didn't I get any? Vucevic in the paint. Puts it up for 2. Easy for him. Bulls up by 11. Jamal Shed now to Battle. To Mobo. Nice pass by Battle. Nice cut by Mobo. And a great finish to go with it. Back time. That's good basketball. That's good ball. Horton Tucker fighting through some contact from Lawson. But a foul is called. It'll send THT, I think, to the line here. What kind of science experience going behind closed door? I don't know. We're doing something. Horton Tucker at the line. 11-point game. 61:50 to go, or 60 to go. 61:50, 3:15 to go in the second. Been quite a limited amount of Barnes, Pirtle quickly minutes. They have 11 minutes each today. Not sure they'll return in this half. They are on pace for 22 minutes. Kobe White for 3 for the Bulls, and it's good. It's a 14-point game. Raptors, when they want to be good, when they want to come back, they put in the guys, the main guys, and they do come back, but they haven't played much today. 4 minutes second quarter. I think it was 7 in the first. So, hey, you want the tank? They're doing it. They're listening. All right, commercial here. Now it is. Now it's time. Now it's time. Okay, y'all. I'm nervous now. I got this new net because the last net sucked and the ball sucked. It was flat. I thought if I get like a nice ball, a nice net, maybe I'd make some door shots. I've missed all 15 on this new net. I've made some on stream, just not like the official attempt. I missed all 15 since I got this net. If I go back, I wouldn't have gone on Facebook Marketplace that day and bought this thing. But I did. So here we are. It's time to end the streak. It's time to make this fucking shot. Time to make this shot. Come on. It's about damn time. Come on. I drove it too much. I really tried that time. I really did try. I gave it a good crack there. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Like, if I'm at like an actual hoop, it's so natural. On these nets, it's just fucking impossible. God damn. Doesn't matter. 0 of 6. You'd think I'd make 1 of 16. But no. 0 of 16. I'm Giannis, bro. I'm Giannis. Gordon says, welcome back, Gordon. Realistically, what should be our goal next year? Make playoffs. Make the playoffs. Plain and simple. Make the playoffs. I think it's because of the lack of mass in the ball makes it easy to overextend. It's kind of that I'm not able to really push it like I want, but like, you know, it's a fucking toy net. I should make one at some point too. That one I just drove. I really didn't want to come way short again, so I really drove it and I just got too much on it. I need to arc it. Yeah. Let's just not shoot again today. Okay, so Barnes, Pirtle, and Quick are back in, by the way. They're going to close out the second as Kobe White throws down a dunk. Down 11. Battle 3 off the rim into Horton Tucker. Now Giddey. Nice move past Swider. At the rim, fouled by Battle. Nice guy. Helps him out. You know, Josh Giddey is known for being just like a really great person, isn't he? Real nice guy. Real stand-up guy. You know, the guy you'd want your never mind. Never mind. Anyway, he's shooting free throws. He made the first one there. Really wish Shamshay didn't get hurt. I had very high hope on him. Still has a chance. Doubt he's getting any minutes in this game. Yeah, you're right. Cause it would have been nice to not watch like Orlando Robinson, Colin Castleton as much. Like maybe like we get Ulrich Shamshay minutes instead, and that would have been fun. But yeah, you're right, kind of. Josh Giddey and Grady Dick give some. I don't know if I agree with that. $68-57, 1:06 to go in the second. I'd still like to trade for Devin Booker. I don't think that's happening. I think that's going a little too far. That'd be nice, though, wouldn't it? Giddey off the glass doesn't go. Vucevic on the rebound is fouled and will head to the line. Already on 12, looking to add on to it. James Houlihan says, go Bulls, beat Toronto. Well, it's looking that way right now. That would certainly help out the Raptors. Let me take another one here. One more for practice. I'm not making it when I don't practice. I got to try here. What is it going to take? What is it going to take? I got 4 more chances, or else I'm gonna miss every single shot for the rest of the season. I got 4 more chances. I think I bought this net around the trade deadline. Battle for 3 at the shot clock buzzer. Doesn't go. Rebound to Swider. Now out to Quickly. Good rebound by Cole. Vujic make both? He did. Pirtle, floater under the rim. Oh, he's usually automatic. Misses this one. Bulls have shot clock off for this possession here. 14 seconds. Plenty of it. Up by 13, Chicago. Giddey to Vooch. To Horton-Tucker, back to Vucevic. Cross-court pass. What a pass to Giddey, who can't make the 3 at the buzzer. The Bulls will take a 70-57 lead into the half. The Raptors, they're sitting their main guys. Pirtle's played 14. Barnes and Quickly have played 13. So, they know the assignment today. I am going to go grab a drink, go to the bathroom, chill for a sec. When I come back, we'll go through the box score from the first quarter. We will then do the Pirtle of the day, and then we'll have the second half. Don't go anywhere, guys. Hit the like button if you're enjoying. Subscribe for more. That's a good question. Do you think Battle will be on the Raptors for 5+ years? That's a long time. That's just a long time for a guy that doesn't really look like right now is going to lock down a role on the team. Like he'll be here next year. Like he'll probably be here for a couple years at least. But that's a pretty long time. So I'm going to say no. But it could happen for sure. It definitely could happen. All right, first half. So another pretty disappointing game from Barnes here. Like, he's got all the keys to just express himself on offense lately. And his efficiency has been really poor amidst this stretch. 5 points right now, 2 of 7 from the field. Like, there's a lot of good stuff he's doing. It's just the scoring has been unfortunate. His efficiency's been unfortunate. Pirtle's been fine. Quickly's been great lately. Quickly was their highest scorer, points per game wise, in March. So, yeah, I don't see the people bitching about Quickly now, ever since he's been healthy. Been good. Been good. Walker's done okay. Well, Walter's done okay. Off the bench, though, it's been a bit of a struggle. Shed has not played well. Missing shots, turning the ball over. He's minus 16. Mobo struggled as well. Missing shots, turn it over. He's minus 19. The Bulls have a good team, and their bench is beating us up. But the Bulls have a pretty good team. They're on a good run, and they're picking on our bench when our bench does come out. We are a long way away from that 8 of 11 start from 3. Raptors now 12 of 23, which is still very good, but 44% from the field. It's just a showcase here. The Raptors, they're 8 of 22 from the field. They're just really struggling from the field today, and the Bulls are not. Bulls are 24 of 42. They're 10 of 20 from 3. They are, turning the ball over a little bit more than us. Actually, we have more turnovers. How do we have more possessions? More offensive rebounds. All right, so possession battle's pretty much even. They've had a few more free throws than us. Possession battle's pretty much even. They're just making more shots. That's what it comes down to. Vucevic took a hot start to the game. He's on 14 points. Josh Giddey playing well. Kobe White playing well, as they have done lately. And, in the end, they lead, and they deserve to lead. All right, let's do the Pirtle, baby. That's what we're here for. The Pirtle. Let me set this up. Sorry. One sec. Pulling it up. All right. Let's see how I can do today. Actually, but first, let's pour up a drink. Let's ASMR this drink too for fun. Wow. Oh my God. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Just beautiful. Wow. That's really good. What is that? I've never had this before. What? Something in the water. Welcome Lake Double IPA. Man. That is fucking delicious. I've never had this before. That is amazing. Oh my God. I'm being so for real with it. That is amazing. That is so fucking tasty. This is some in the water. New one they just released. Welcome Lake Double IPA. Robust Double IPA hopped was Azaka, Citra, and Superdelic. Created at Some in the Water's Kingston, Ontario brewery. Wow, man. That is so flavorful and so smooth. Oh, my Lord. Wow. This is 8.2%. 8.2%. Is it focused? 8.2%. Wow, like you could convince me it's 5. That is so unbelievably tasty. It's like juice, man. Oh my god, I'm going back. I'm getting more of those. Oh my god. That is really good. Seriously, that's got to be near the top of my list. Wow, Jays sold. Jays are tied now. That might be top 10. That is seriously delicious. Oh my goodness. All right. Whew, let me get my composure here. And do the Purtle. All right. Here we go, y'all. Number 1,132. Jeez. Somebody out there has done all of them. Oof, the 8.2. Whew. Okay. So we probably got a guard in the West that is 6'4", 6'5". Oh, actually, oh yeah, they could be a forward, I suppose. Probably not though. We'll probably have a guard in the West who is 6'4" or 6'5", who is 25 years old or younger. Okay. 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 Guard. Tall guard. How about Anthony Simons? Anthony Simons got to be like, or is he 6'3"? Or is he just not that tall altogether? Maybe he's just not that tall. Sexton is probably 26 now. I'd say. Ja Morant. How old is Ja Morant? Ja Morant's probably around 25. Is Ja Morant 25? He was 2019 NBA draft. Ooh, so he might be 26. He might be 25 still. Maybe Ja Morant. Spurs. They don't really got tall guards. Spurs. Lakers. No. Suns. No. Kings. I don't think so. Simon's also sticking out a bit. Simon's 6 foot. Is Simon 6'4"? I think he's 6'3". I think he's 6'3". I mean, it could be a forward, I guess, but I'm just assuming it's not a super short forward. It could be, though. I'm going to assume it's a guard. So my first guess will be intended to be a guard. Could be a shooting guard as well. But typically a shooting guard plays like guard forward. But, could be just a pure shooting guard. Desmond Bane. How old is Desmond Bane? No, Desmond Bane's got to be like 26 already. Surely not. Okay, so I'm thinking Simons. I'm thinking Ja. Other guards. How tall is like Julian Strother? Well, he might be a guard forward. All right, well, let's try Simons so we get a guess in. Let's try Anthony Simons. He is 6'3". I was right. So because he's 6'3", that doesn't help us. But we are now in the Northwest, and the player is really young. So the player is actually 22 or younger. Okay, so that did help us. So we have Denver, Minnesota, Utah, and OKC. .6'4" or taller. Very young player. So makes me like lean towards the Jazz for like young players. Isaiah Collier. Oh, I thought I had. I genuinely thought I had it. I genuinely thought I had it. All right. It's a Jazz player though, who is around the same age. How tall is Keontae George? Because I think Keontae George was number 11. Is Keontae George 6'4"? Wow. I can't believe I don't have it. He is 6'4", but it's not him because he wears number 3. So the player's 22. The player is 22 years old. So George was drafted last year. Not last, 2023, 2 drafts ago. So a player from the 2022 draft. So the Banchero draft. Banchero, Smith, Chet. Where did Utah pick that year? Were Utah still good that year? They might have still been good. No. Or was that like the year they became bad? It's like they would have had a good pick. Man, I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. Unless it's like Cody Williams, maybe? I don't know if he's an older draft pick, maybe? No, he's 6'7". I should have known he was taller. Oh, man. Who was drafted in 2022 by the Jazz? Can't think of it. Can't think of it. They must have been coming off a good year that year. They must have been like this last year they were good. Yeah, because then they traded Gobert, I think, in that summer. And I guess they would have traded Mitchell as well. Yeah, they traded Mitchell that year. So they were good that year. So they had a later first. Still can't really think of it. Yeah, I can't think of it. Can't think of who they drafted that year. Is it a good player? Is it obvious and I'm not getting it? Shooting guard. I'm thinking of guard. Let's think of a shooting guard. I'm gonna cheat. Silhouette. Does KJ Martin play for the Jazz right now? It's not KJ Martin. Oh man, I don't think I have it. Y'all. All right, I'm gonna defer to chat. You guys know? No. Game's back on. Yikes. Wow, I missed a lot of the game. I've been following the tanking teams, but not this one. All right. Timeout. So let's try to do this again. Timeout. Who am I missing from this tank? Yeah, sorry. I missed the start of the third because I'm locked into this. This is more exciting than the game, right? Maybe the beer will help with the confidence of the door shot. I'll take another one. It won't count, but I'll take another one. Oh, boy. I've no goddamn clue. Who is it then? Do y'all know? Like, I am stumped. I probably had heard of the guy. I just can't think of him right now. "22-year-old guard on the Jazz. Where's number 12 or 11? Who did they get in the Doncic trade? Oh, they got Hood Schifino, who plays for Philadelphia now. So not him. Shit, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just gonna throw in the towel here and just guess random names just so I can see who it is. I would have never gotten that. I literally would have never gotten that. Not a chance. Nope. I don't feel bad. Sometimes I see the answer and I feel bad. I'm like, wow, how did I was never getting that. Jaden Springer. Never, ever getting that. Heard of him. Did not know he played for the Jazz. Never, ever, 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 ever getting that one. Yeah. No shot. No shot. All right, let's get back in the game now. Elijah Harkless. Wow. That's a name. That's a real name, man. It wasn't him, though. Jaden Springer. He played with the Celtics, didn't he? Yeah. Not anymore. Is he an NBA champion? I think the Bulls will do damage in playoffs. So fitness information, they got to make it first. Yeah, he is an NBA champ. Shout out Jaden Springer. First time I had Leffe Blonde, it gave me the same beer reaction. I quite like Leffe as well. I do enjoy Leffe. Leffe Blonde. There's other Leffes that are pretty good too. I think I've had when I was in Europe. Man, when I was in Italy, I remember I did not cook with the Airbnb when I was in Italy. And we were in a pretty like secluded spot. And me and my buddies were like, we were walking around trying to fucking find some beer. Because we weren't even in like a really big neighborhood. We walked a long way, could not find beer. Finally, some fucking corner store had beer. And what did they have? Massive bottles of Leffe Blonde. So I bought a couple of those. Took it back to Airbnb, had a good time. Leffe Blonde is quite nice, though. Apparently, the Raptors protected the 7th pick. Is that good? Well, it's the... Sorry being hostile, but it's the 7th best pick. That's what it is. Yeah. The expectation is they would be able to get a good player there, yes. I do follow the tanking teams of fantasy basketball, and I was. However, Jaden Springer did not make it onto a roster. Thomas Perry, what's going on? Nick Killer in chat. That was Gregory. A couple members joining us. How we doing tonight? Pretty good. We're losing. Bulls are playing well. We're only down by 8 right now, though. And I'm enjoying a really tasty beer right now. This is genuine. I've tried a lot of beers for the first time on this channel. This is delicious. Welcome Lake Double IPA. And it's got a little character on it. I actually bought, when I was in line checking out, I bought a sticker of this guy too. And I am now very happy to own that sticker because it's a really nice beer. I did not make the door shot today, y'all. Nope. I'll try one more time. I've had some liquid courage. One hand. Tell ya, the one hand felt a little bit more natural here. Boo! My oldest threw up all over his bed. So much work takes place when that happens. Yes. It's like when my dog pisses in the bed. Yeah, it's well, I guess once the dog pisses, it's over. You know, the dog just feels bad about it. But like when a kid throws up, now the kid's all upset and gotta make sure the kid's all right. Yeah, that is a process. That is a process, Thomas Perry. First time I had a Leffe Blonde, it was poured for me in its own glass at Beer Market. When is the first time I had Leffe? Was it in Italy? The moment I just described? No, surely not. I must have like seen that and gone, okay, I gotta get that. Or no, you know what? I was at a bar called Town Crier. As Vucevic tips in there. I was at a 16-point game. I was at a bar called Town Crier in Toronto. One of my favorite bars. I think it's my favorite. Not one of my favorite. Maybe it is my favorite, but it's one of my favorite. It's on John and Adelaide in Toronto. Amazing selection of on tap beers. Like German, Belgian, Dutch beers, some other stuff. Like a Belgian food menu. Really, really, really good food, really good drinks, pretty good prices. Can always grab a seat there. Anyways, I think they didn't. No, because I went there and I wanted a Leffe and they didn't have it. So they gave me something else, Le Chouffe, which is pretty good too. It wasn't Leffe because they were out of Leffe. They usually do have Leffe. Anyways, I don't remember the first time I had Leffe. Anyways, it's good, and I like it. It's not like, I'm not going out of my way to get it, but like if it's on the menu, might give it a go sometimes. Yeah. Shower for the kid, then popsicle and some cartoons. I do remember a time when I was a child, and I threw up all over my bed, and then got to watch cartoons in my parents' room while they cleaned up. Yeah, I don't know. It was, I like food. I like tacos. Anyways, I remember that night I had 4 tacos, which is a lot for me. That's nothing for me now. But I had 4 tacos for dinner. You know, white people taco night tacos. Then I had a big bowl of popcorn as we watched a movie. And I guess I ate too much. Because I threw up all over my bed that night. And my dad still talks about it to this day. To this day, which is why I remember. My dad still talks about it. He's like, I could not believe how much was on the bed. And I remember throwing up. I remember it happening. I remember, speaking of throw up, this game, down by 18, but, you know. I remember it happening. I don't know what it was. I just didn't think to. I mean, you know, what's the best spot to aim at? I guess the bed sheets, at least you can take off the bed and wash them. Like the carpet, no shot. Right? I think we had carpeted floors. But you're not thinking about that. I remember like, I got all 4s in the bed, just fucking throwing up straight down on the bed. And how does that, like, If I were to need to throw up now, I'm making it to the bathroom. Right? How as a kid do you just not have the control to hold it for a few seconds and run to the bathroom? I mean, I haven't thrown up in a long time. When's the last time I threw up? I'm not a guy who throws up from drinking. Like, that doesn't happen to me. Not usually. Not in years and years and years. Last time I threw up. Might have, I'm thinking it's the hot sauce stream from years ago. Unless I got sick in the meantime. But anyways, I don't throw up much. But if I was going to throw up, I'd make it to the bathroom. But when my dog has to throw up, which sometimes happens, she is not a very good aimer. Like, I had a dog, my last dog, when I lived with my parents. Like, if she had to throw up, she would be begging to go outside. Which is great. She'd go outside and throw up. And you don't even have to clean it, really, right? Like, she would be, scratching to go out. I'd be like, no, you're not going out. Then she'd, start, heaving. And, oh, shit. And I'd bolt over and let her out. My current dog just goes. So, we try to, push her to the hardwood so we can just wipe it up after. So when she's about to throw up, me and my fiance, sprint to her. Sprint over to her. And the problem with doing that is it kind of scares her and makes her feel like she's done something wrong, which, it's not her fault she's throwing up. So she throws up. We, hold her in place on the hardwood so she throws up on the hardwood. And then we, push her away so she doesn't eat it. And she gets all sad, and apologetic as if she's in trouble. But it's just, you got it in the hardwood. Anyway, it's great to have a dog that to have had a dog that just asked to go outside to throw up instead. You got to find the power to avoid the carpet. Yes. It was in the aftermath of a high-end private New Year's party, 6,000 square foot mansion on Brant Road in Cambridge. Wow. I had to throw up in a super bad way and didn't know the house. I remember running down on Wing down an alley past a bowling alley. Do you think I could find a bathroom? I mean, 6,000 square feet. That's a lot more thousands bigger than my apartment. So I can imagine getting lost. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do at that point. A bowling alley in a house is quite something. You need a lot of space to have a bowling alley. That is you got to really like bowling or something. That is a commitment. Did you end up finding a bathroom or an outdoors? That is a horror story. Invited to this lavish mansion. You want to be nice. Oh, you know what? Speaking of mansions, that's the last time I threw up. I was in Houston in late 2023. I have a friend who has an uncle who lives in Houston, who has a very lovely home in Houston. I got food poisoning and I threw up that night. And I know it was food poisoning because the person, one of the guys I was with, also threw up. And I wasn't nearly drunk enough to throw up. So, I threw up about a year and a half ago. This was the last time I threw up. I made it to the toilet. Bobo, I stunk there. All right, 60-point game. 88-72 here. No epic story. I woke up middle of the night, went, oh. Uh-oh. and power walked to the bathroom. I found the bathroom at the last second and in one motion with the incredible energy blasted the whole bathroom. That's funny. It's funny how our bodies know when there is a bathroom present. I could be on a long car ride. Then as soon as I get home, I got to piss immediately. Like the whole car ride, my body will go, nah, we don't gotta go. But as soon as I'm like rounding the corner, pulling in the driveway, it's like, whoa. On second thought, since there's a bathroom there, you gotta go right now. Type of thing. So it's incredible that our bodies would like throw up sometimes. Can just hold and hold and hold right into the last moment when we find that toilet and can do it in as clean of a manner as possible. Wow. Buzelis and the goatee. I don't know about that. Matas. As you can see, the game has not been very entertaining second half. 89-72 for the Bulls here. I'm glad, I've been fun. I'm hoping the chat is having fun as well. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, everybody. Last time I threw up from drinking. Jeez. I think... Did I throw up that day? All right, it's a funny story. So, anyways, fourth year of university for me was COVID year. So, everything was online classes. But we'd already like signed our lease for our fourth year on the house we had in third year as well. So, fourth year, I went up to school, which was in Sudbury, stayed in the house with my roommates, even though classes were online. It just, an environment for school. Plus, it was fun to live with your friends and stuff. And if you ever needed to be on campus, which honestly I was actually a little bit because I played soccer. So soccer team did practice, even though we didn't play any games. We did practices sometimes once we were allowed to do so. Anyways, lived on the house. I went up about a week earlier than any of my other, except for one. Me and one of my other roommates. There's 5 people in the house. Me and one of my other roommates went up before anybody else, just because, I don't know, we're worked out timing-wise for us. So we were up there about a week before school, and we had this absolute this night was carnage. We had so many beers, so many Sambuca shots. We were playing drinking games to Marvel Infinity War. We were playing drinking games to FIFA. We were playing co-op, and we're doing a lot of shots. Like, we put like a shit guy at striker every time we scored, do a shot. Anyways, we drank a lot. I remember it was like 11. I don't know. This is a weird story. Like, it was around 11. Around 11, we were just vibing, okay? We were just vibing, playing video games, watching movies and shit. And one of my other roommates, who was at home, asked us to play a video game with him, Fall Guys with him, while he was at home. And we said, sorry, man, we're going to bed soon anyways, so we can't play with you. I don't know, we were just vibing, just didn't want to go online headset. We just having a good time. But we said, like, yo, we're going to bed soon. Anyways, that roommate who had texted us worked on a golf course, and in golf course you have to wake up really early. You gotta rake sand and move the pin somewhere and drive tractors and stuff. You got to do that early in the day before the guys get out on the course at 6 a.m. whatever. So anyways, we sent him a video of us playing video games and partying at about 4:30 in the morning, which was about when he woke up to go to work. So before he went to bed, he asked us to play Fall Guys, and we said, we're going to bed soon anyways. And he woke up for work the next morning, and we had still not gone to bed because we were still up. Anyways, you can imagine being up until 5 a.m. playing Fall Guys, FIFA, and watching MCU movies doesn't do well for the morning. I believe I threw up that morning. I'm not quite. I think I did. I'm not quite sure, but I think I did. Don't quite remember. And then we took about a 20-minute walk to McDonald's and got breakfast, and that was it. But yeah, the fact that we said we were going to bed soon. And then he woke up for work the next morning, and we had still not gone to bed. He probably wasn't happy about that. A lot of mowing, yeah, a lot of mowing. I never worked on a golf course. Incredibly, I actually got hired to work on one, and in the same week, I got a job working construction, which paid way more. So I took that job instead. But I was almost a guy who worked on a golf course. I'd probably be better at golf if I worked on a golf course. I'd have a lot of free golf. Gordon Lee said, I've stayed up for almost 40 hours studying for exam before, with only 5 hours sleep before you feel like you're dying. Yeah, in first year, the game's cooked. So I'm sorry if you don't want me to talk about the game, but this is, number one, what happened when the game's cooked. Number two, what happens when I have like a drink or two. Only time I ever pulled an all-nighter, like did not sleep all night. Because I stayed up to 5 a.m. I went to bed, woke up at like 10 the next morning. First year statistics class. First semester of university. This class, I was on the bubble of failing. So you need in my major, you needed a 60 to pass the course, not a 50. You needed a 60. I had, as Swider knocks down a 3, I believe I had a 62 going into the final exam, which counted for 50% of my grade. So I needed like a 58% to pass the course. Open book exam 2. I wrote down, I remember I studied all night. This was the only ever time I'd ever tried Adderall, because knew I was fucked for this class. Only class I ever struggled to pass in the entirety of university. Every other class, like, sure, like, you know, I had to grind for the exam. But, like, this is the only class where I genuinely thought I was fucked. And I needed to study real hard, or else I wasn't going to pass. I had really good grades in college. It's just this class, stats was not my thing. Anyways, stayed up all night with one of my roommates who was in the same program as me, studying. Dialed in, took Adderall. Studied all night, literally all night, in the student hall area type thing. I remember it was like only once you've pulled an all-nighter. Yeah, literally the only time, because this was so negative. Pull the all-nighter. I remember like 10 a.m. the next morning, me and him were walking to, for some reason that Adderall gave me like energy. We were walking to the exam like 10 a.m. and we were amped. Like, we were pumped. We were fired up. Like, man, study all night. We got this. Like, this is going to be so easy now. Open book. This is going to be so easy now. We got this. We're going to pass. The exam was 10 questions, 10 marks per question. So whoever marks got, that was your percent of 100. I needed 58. I remember opening the first question, and I was like, shit. Okay, I don't know that one. Flip to the next one. Uh-oh. I don't know this one either. Flip to the third one. A little bit of trouble. Flip to the entire 10 questions and went, wow. I cannot confidently answer a single one of these questions. It was a 3-hour exam. 3 hours. 3 fucking hours in this exam. I finished 6.5 questions. 6.5. I needed a 58 on this, and I finished 65. I completed. No guarantee I got any of it right. I completed 65% of the exam. So I went, I literally need to be, I pretty much need to be perfect on what I did answer, or I failed the course. So I came out of the exam dejected. I was like, I literally just fucking failed that course. Came back to my room. The Adderall hadn't quite worn off, so I was still like not tired yet. I remember I came back to my room for the first time in like 16 hours. No, more probably like 24 hours. First time I'm back in my room, and go to my fridge, crack a beer, sit down. I'm just like, holy shit. Me and him were both like, that was fucked. Like, we failed that. We failed that for sure. And in the end, I passed with the lowest possible grade. For some reason, you needed a 60 to pass, but it only gave you letter grades. So I got a C. I got a C, which I mean, I guess it could have been a C minus, but I got a C. And when I got my mark back, because I don't know what I got on the exam, when I got that back, I was like, how? We both passed. We are extraordinarily confident that exam was bell curved, because there's just no way I passed that exam. There's just absolutely no way I passed the exam. So I guess in the end, it was worth it staying up all night, but I felt like shit the next day. Honestly, like at a certain point, sometimes getting some sleep is better than studying more, because you'll just retain the information you did have before. So in the end, ended up passing it. Staying up all night wasn't worth it. And that was a real lesson for me on studying, because in high school, I was like, I averaged like, in my last year of high school, I think I averaged like 88% as my grade. And I was a good student, but I knew what it took. I wasn't digging into the books constantly. I knew what I had to do to get good grades. And I did, like, how do I say this? Like, I'm pretty smart. Like, other than math, I can handle shit. I can get good grades. I don't need to try super hard to get like pretty good grades. And 88 was like really high for me. That was the best year of school I ever had. But I didn't need to try extraordinarily hard to get good grades. You know, I could wait till the last day and study that night, and I could pass, and I could get at least an 80. Like, if I didn't get an 80 on something in school, I'd be like, holy shit, I'm an idiot. Like, I gotta do better than that. So, but I took those same practices into university, which was a completely different beast. And that day was a really good indication of, okay, this is a new animal. I really need to try it, or I'm gonna fail some of these courses. Didn't fail any course throughout my entire college career. That was the only time I ever came close, and I learned my lesson from that day. Cramming is so detrimental to information. Yes, I definitely had some nights where I stayed up to like 4 a.m., but I always knew like getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep was better than learning a little bit more. And that was the night that did it to me. What does Adderall feel like? Well, I don't have ADHD either. I just tried it to see if I could dig in and study. What does Adderall feel like? Well, when we first took it in the afternoon, we accidentally spent an hour and a half looking at like legendary basketball reference pages. So like I think we spent 30 minutes looking at Wilt Chamberlain box scores and like basketball reference pages, because we were just locked in. I don't know what started it, but we just like started looking at basketball reference pages and Wilt Chamberlain's. Like, this was the first time I'd really like dug into like Wilt Chamberlain numbers, and we were looking at like his season. He averaged 50 points and 25 rebounds. And we were just like, what the fuck? This is crazy. They were looking at like Bill Russell averaging like 20 rebounds a game. Like, what the fuck are these stats? It was time pretty well spent, you know, because in the end, that helped lead to the first video on this channel to ever like really take a run for views, get thousands of views. Well, the video I did about Wilt Chamberlain, it was 23 facts about Wilt Chamberlain, which if I didn't take Adderall and spend a ton of time on Wilt Chamberlain's basketball reference page today, I don't know if that video would have existed, and ended up helping the channel in the early stages. Anyways, it really does laser in your focus. It definitely lasers in your focus. For me, I could not sleep Like, even after my exam, I'd been up for like 24 hours. No, more. So I've been up the day before. I would have been up for like 30 hours at that point. I couldn't sleep because I couldn't sleep on that thing. I tried to and I couldn't sleep. And yeah, in the end, I don't think it helped that much. My worry as well, Gordon, was that's a great point. I was like, I don't want to become dependent on this because over the course of my 4 years, I did know a lot of people who literally could not study for a second without taking it. I'm a big fan of like, I guess, getting natural results in a way. I'm not like, anti-vaccine or anything, but like I do like being able to produce natural results, not relying on a substance in some endeavors, and this was one of those endeavors. So yeah, we passed, but it was a very good lesson learned in my first semester of university, and thankfully, I learned my lesson and didn't have that issue again. And it was a lot better. I mean, I still crammed on some last nights, right? I couldn't help it. Sometimes I just, Red Dead 2 is out. Sometimes I just wanted to do some legendary hunting on Red Dead Redemption and miss a little bit of studying. But yeah, in the end, I was much better student having learned my lesson from that day. But yeah, it was a fun time going through those basketball reference pages. I still remember well. Sorry, just looking at box score. Close to a pretty good bet win in the Bucks game. So my friends use Dexy's study. I have never even heard of that. I don't even know what that is. Since I did IB, that's your high score is getting harder. Currently in the first year of uni, and it's a breeze. IB. What is IB? International Baccalaureate? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But hey, if you're doing well in university, that's great. Keep it up. Dexy. I've never heard of Dexy's. Anyways, I don't recommend staying up all night studying. Get some sleep. Like, literally, there was nights sometimes during some classes, like microeconomics. I was a disaster in microeconomics. But at 4 a.m., me and my friend would just go, you know what? Let's call it there. Go to sleep. Fuck it. We know what we know now. Get 3 hours of sleep. Do our best. Never had a close call with failing again. But from that point on as well, again, started doing more work leading up to the exam rather than cramming last night. But in high school, I could do that. I could just save it all to the last night, study a bunch, and go to bed at a reasonable time. I don't know how I did it. I was able to do that. Dexedrine speed, just like Adderall. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I took it once. I didn't like it. I never took it again. I wouldn't recommend. Some people actually need it. Like, I have a friend who has minor ADHD who had a ton of Adderall, didn't really need it himself, who gave it. But I wouldn't recommend. So there's also ADHD medication. Yeah, some people need it. I don't know. I think for studying, I think you're just an idiot if you, respectfully, I just think you're just an idiot if you just need to take it every time you're doing schoolwork. Just focus and do your goddamn work, Whatever. Some people need it. Everyone's in a different position. Some people need it. I didn't need it. Just thought it would help me that one night. Yeah, like you said, going back to what you said there, Thomas Perry, only once in your life you pull out there so many memories of parting. Sorry. Yeah, I wasn't. I don't know. I've never. I don't know. 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 I don't I've partied into like the late night, but I always want to go to bed at some point. Like I've never really been the type to be. I mean, I guess I can recall like 2, 3 a.m. at a Smokes Poutineery downtown Sudbury, but no, I'm not the type of guy that's out clubbing till like 2, 3 a.m. Party with friends till like 4 or 5. I usually around like 1, 2 a.m. I want to go to. No, not 1. Like at the university, like usually around 1 a.m. I'm trying to get home. And usually around like 2 a.m. I'm trying to get to bed. You know what I'm saying? So I have never. I guess when I say all-nighter, I mean like I literally did not sleep. Like partying, I mean I've partied rarely into the morning, but at a certain point I go to bed. For this exam, I literally did not sleep, which is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, game is happening by now. So it's 111.87. It's gotten away from us here. I've stopped caring. I'm having a great time, which is awesome. Which is great because I don't know if I would have had a great time to dial down this game. But yeah, if you're gonna stay up all night, make sure you're just having a good time. You're not just studying. One stat. What did I think I had. I'm pretty sure at like 4 a.m. we were hungry, and my friend went to our room and he made us PB&Js. I'm pretty sure he just brought like raw Mr. Noodle packs. Pretty sure I ate a raw block of Mr. Noodles that night. And liked it. It was like, oh, wow, this is so good right now. I don't know. It was almost like a high feeling. Like, it did give us a little bit of a high, the Adderall. Like I said, like we were pumped in the morning. Like, right, we're going to do so good. It's amazing. I don't know. I'm never going to do Adderall again. What makes Ivy so hard is that we have to take exams for each class at the end of 2 years. Those exams encompass everything we learned. Wow, 2 years. That doesn't sound very fun. I need meth for school year in Sudbury. That's serious winter up there. Yeah, you get used to it a little bit. At a certain point, like if I'm going out, like if I'm going to a club, I'm not paying coat check, right? I'm not carrying around my coat all night. So you drink enough pre-club, you're going in a t-shirt and you're probably going to manage. I don't know. Thinking back, because like I'm in like a winter jacket in Toronto now and I'm cold sometimes. Thinking back to like my Sudbury days, I'd be in a t-shirt in the middle of winter outside because I just didn't want to bring a coat while I'm going out. I don't know how I did that shit. One time I lived about 20-minute walk. No, more. 30-minute walk from my school. Never really walked to school. But the buses, the taxis, there was no Uber in Sudbury. It was only taxis. Taxis were expensive, and it took a long time for a taxi to get to you if you called one. So after there's a pub on campus that we went to every Thursday because that was the pub day on campus every Thursday. And the buses would stop around 1 a.m. And the thing was, the bus would drop people off at school at 1 a.m., but would not pick people up at 1 a.m. at the school. But the transit app would always say the bus is coming at 1 a.m. So every week, the bus driver would show up, dropping people off. And we'd be like waving it down and stuff outside the pub because we knew it was the last one that we had to get to go back to our house. And the guy would pull over and say, sorry. We're closed. Like we're not taking any more people. It's done for the night. We're like, no. You're going that way anyways. You're gonna turn right at this street to get to the bus depot. We'll just get off there because we need to go left. But like you'll save us a ton on our trip. And every single time, the bus driver would say no, and then we'd beg, and they'd say yes. Sometimes it'd even be amazing and go, okay, how far are you going? And we're like, we're going to this. Okay, I'll take you there. Amazing people. Anyways, one time didn't get the bus. It just wasn't out there in time. And, wow. This is a long story. Do we tell the long story? We tell the long story. So, I'm with two of my roommates at the pub on campus. we've had our fair share of beverages, okay? One of my roommates, who I'm still friends with, who just moved to Toronto recently from Ottawa, who I hang out with all the time now, says, I always stay in contact. Anyways, he's a liability after having some beverages. And we were outside of the pub. We had no idea how we were going to get home. 3 not very wealthy college students, no buses. Nobody really wanted to call the cab, right? And we're kind of figuring out what we're going to do outside the pub. Anyways, the liability friend goes down to tie his shoe. And as a joke, the third friend shoves him into a snowbank for, funny. It was funny. Not to him. Not funny. He just got into an absolute mood. And I told you that guy's a liability when he has some beverages. He got into a big mood. There was some arguing, some bickering and stuff like that. And got to a point where the guy got put in a snowbank, was like, I'm calling a cab, but you're not allowed to come with us. You got to walk home. So that friend starts walking home. He was going the wrong way. Like, how can I explain this? The campus was basically there was like a moat around it. There was a big moat around it, essentially. It was only one street in and one street out of the campus. So if the campus is here, and you're, let's say, here at the pub, you got to go this way to get to that exit. My friend went this way, so he had to go all the way around campus to go up through there. And this is, by the way, like I said earlier, no coat check. We're in T-shirts. It's the middle of winter in fucking Sudbury. It's fucking cold. And then, okay, so he starts walking. I'm like, you're going the wrong way. It's this way. And he said, fuck off. So I said, okay. See ya, man. Just go the wrong way then. So me and the guy now. So I didn't know, I missed a part of the story. His nose was bleeding as a result of this. I missed a part. In the middle of the kerfuffle, there was a little bit of a snowball fight. He got hit in the face. His nose was bleeding too. His nose was also bleeding. So what he started to do was he started to dip his bloody nose in snowballs in the bloody nose and then threw the bloody snowballs at us, which stained my fake Tyler Hero Miami Vice jersey at the time. Anyways, he was all bent out of shape. And I said, all right, let's just call a cab. Let's just go home. Let's get rid of this night. Then he started getting mad at me for something. I didn't do anything. He started getting mad at me. And I'm like, dude, I'm on your side here. I'm trying to help you out. And now you're getting mad at me. So he starts bitching at me. And he said, he's going back to the pub. I'm like, hey, fuck off. He goes back to the pub. Now I'm on my own. Freezing cold. I want to go home. I don't know why I didn't call. There must have been a reason I didn't call a cab. Maybe there was none available. So I decided, all right, I got no choice. I got to walk home. I told you, it's Sudbury in the middle of winter. This story's all over the place, but I hope it makes sense. It's Sudbury in the middle of winter. I'm walking home. I'm in a T-shirt and jeans and my Tyler Hero jersey. It's freezing. It came to the realization I have to jog home because it's so cold that the jog home will warm me up at least. And I get to where the road to the school in the moat ends, and I'm on getting to a main street. Thank God a guy in my program sees me running, pulls over, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, it's really cold. I was walking home, so I decided to run home. He's like, okay, I'll take you home. Thank God. I get it. I'm like, hey, my friend is also walking home. Because remember, I told you the friend earlier who went the wrong way. And mind you, this is 20 minutes after. I'm like, can we get him too? He's like, yeah, no problem. So I call my friend. I'm like, how far along are you? He was still behind me because he had gone the wrong way. He was still behind me. He's like, I'm coming up to the intersection right now. I'm like, I'm in the car. Get in the car. He comes up, big celebration. He gets in the car. We're going crazy because we're reunited after a shitty night. And not a shitty night. We had a fun night, but a shitty end of night. We're reunited. We're going crazy in the back of this car. We're blasting music. We get a ride home. We order Domino's pizza. We watched Impractical Jokers. And, which, Impractical Jokers these days. Oof. A lot of hot water with that show. We ordered Domino's pizza. Impractical Jokers was great. Then the third friend with the bloody nose gets home. And he's in rough shape. We have the fourth friend who we're living with, who was whipped and didn't come out with us ever. Comes down into the basement, which was my room with the basement. Comes down to the basement, and he goes, he's pretty upset. I think you should come and apologize to him. And we're like, fuck off. Get out of here. Next morning, everything was fine because, we're guys and nothing happened. Next morning, come upstairs. Hey, man, we all good? Yeah. Great. That's it. That was it. What a story. That might have been a bad story because I feel like that was all over the place. Does it make sense? I'm visualizing it. I can seriously, vividly visualize this night happening. But, yeah. We got one friend who's a bit of a liability. He still is. We live in Toronto with him now. He's thankfully he's got a girlfriend now who takes care of him on some nights like this. Some nights she'll go, fuck that. Don't send him home. Let him sleep over. You deal with him. We're like, that's cool. But, yeah, that was the night. That pizza was good, too. 5 weeks in high school, we partied till 6 a.m., sober up, open gas station at 7 a.m. My God. Work till 3 p.m., go home, take a power nap, go back out. Ah, man. I never had, I don't have any crazy high school stories. These are all university for me. I guess St. Patrick's Day always brings back the memory of in the winter season. So off season, in the winter, we would do indoor sessions at 10 a.m. Sunday morning, which, as you can imagine, for a university student, Sunday morning physical workouts are not great. So 10 a.m. was the practice on March 18th, a Sunday. March 17th, a Saturday, is St. Patrick's Day. March 17th also one of my best friend's birthdays. So it's St. Patrick's Day, and it's my friend's birthday. So, we partied all day. And then to compound onto that, this happened to be a St. Patrick's Day where the clocks went forward. So not only was I up till 4 a.m. for St. Patrick's Day, my friend's birthday, I lost an hour of sleep. But what was great is that everybody was also on the team with partying with me. So we were all very hungover at practice that day. Yeah, that was a bad one. That sticks out. But yeah, actually every Sunday, became, that was you just hungover practicing. And the coaches knew it. Everyone on the team knew it. Now I play Sunday League men's soccer, which is every Sunday. And I go out every Saturday. I remember last year for my men's league, I think I went out every Saturday night before men's league game, except for the last regular season game. It was the 1 versus 2. My team was in second. No, my team was in first by 1 point. So a draw or a win, and we win the league. And last game of the season, I told my friends, this one time, let's not go out Saturday. Let's stay sober so we can play really well the next morning. I was sober. Sunday morning, I played my worst game of the season. We still won, but I played my worst game of the season. Went, fuck that. I ain't used to this anymore. I can't be sober anymore. 90s for grades, a lot of sports, a lot of house party, camp party, many punk rocks. Wow. The 90s, baby. I was alive for half of a year of the 90s. My high school, a lot of drunk at lunches. Wow. I never did that. Jeez, no. Even university. Maybe like if we had a night class, which is rare, maybe I'd bring like one or two to the class just to sip on. But, geez, lunch at high school, I would never. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm pretty happy I bet on the Raptors here, or on the Bulls here, because that's going to win. That is for sure going to win. Oh, man. I just missed out on a big win in another game. Damn. Kuzma fucked me. Yeah. Kyle Kuzma fucked me, dude. Ryan Rollins at 23 points. Are you fucking kidding me? The Kuz got me. Yeah. Shit happens. Thank God this game's over. Yo, when this game's done, we're almost there, everybody. We're almost at the end of the season. 6 more games to go. We said it earlier on in the stream, but it's been a long couple months watching this team. It's been a tough couple months watching this team. We're ready for it to all be over, and we're inching closer. We're inching closer after a game like today, for sure. Another like decently tough game coming up in the next one. Oh wow, Lawson, that was a pretty cool dunk. Tough game coming up on Thursday against Portland. Depending on if Portland are like serious, because they're pretty much out of the play-in picture now. They still beat Atlanta today by 14. So maybe they're still trying. Trae Young did exit that game, though. I don't know if he came back. But, yeah, I guess Portland should probably win. Then we have a back-to-back on Friday against the Pistons. We should lose 3 games in a row, realistically. And that'll pretty much end any chance of the Spurs catching us. So, might be a week where we pull away in the loss column. I smoked a J every morning on the drive to school. Great grades. My party years were 02 to 04. Went hard. It was normal for my town. Work hard, party hard. Kids don't do that these days. These kids these days, they let partying ruin their lives. You're right, man. I got university. Partied hard. Got good grades. Mostly, except for that stats class. Yeah, worked hard. You're right. No pride anymore. Maybe pride. I'm going to drink 400 beers tonight, and I'm still going to get a good grade tomorrow type thing. Yeah. Kids these days, man. They're soft generation. Greg, I lit the block away from a still existing high school. ABS. We were tight-knit. My mom started full-time work. I don't know why, but a lunch bunch formed, and it just grew fast to the point I had to go to the vice principal office. So, yeah, I enjoyed some beverages at lunch. I never indulged at lunch during high school. I never indulged during school. I didn't party much during high school, to be honest, really at all. My ascent was in university for sure, but had some good times. We had some laughs today, guys. We had some fun. We chatted all over. Your high school's Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Well, mine was not. That is for sure. But we had some fun today. We were dialed in for the first half. We were not dialed in for the second half. For that, I apologize. But, yeah, a resounding loss today. 19 points. Yeah, pretty much like Quickly played well. Pirtle played well. Walter played well, but Barnes didn't play well. Like every game, I feel like Stars are playing well and Barnes isn't playing well for whatever reason. That's it. I don't have much of a post-game show today. I know some people do come to the end of the streams just to watch the post-game show. apologies, but like, forgive me. Amidst the tank, there just isn't much I can do here. We do expect better from Scotty. I agree with you, winner one. That has been a bit of a disappointment at the end of the season, but yeah, I'm not much I can do here. I'm waiting for the season to end. We're almost there. Tomorrow, I probably won't have any content because I'm pretty busy tomorrow. Thursday, there should be a video and a stream. Friday, there'll be a stream. Saturday, there might be a video. We'll see. But plenty of content coming at you from Amateur Sports. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I had a great time. I had a lot of fun chatting with you guys today. I wish a lot of streams could be like this. Just shooting the shit, hanging out, having fun. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Not much left in it. Hope you all have a great week. I'll check in on you again very soon.